Hello and thank you for clicking on my channel. I love you for that. And welcome to the Real Movie Podcast. Today I want to talk about 7 movies, or I should better say 7 sequels that were better than the original movie. I try to keep it short and not over-explain stuff, so just stick around and thanks. Let's begin.
Hey! We know each other. He's a friend from work.
Number 7. Thor Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok is the third entry of this god into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. After the first Thor, which was mediocre, the second Thor was actually pretty bad. It's one of the worst MCU movies. But the third movie took a turn. They changed almost everything. They changed the way that Thor looked. They changed the director. They changed the dynamics. They changed many of the actors. Even made fun of the previous movies inside the third one as well. In addition, in the third Thor movie, Hulk was added to the crew. And the success of Ragnarok convinced Marvel to ask Waititi back for the fourth Thor movie. Number 6. Toy Story sequels. Toy Story is actually a really weird story. It's one of the most iconic Pixar Disney animations of all time. It's just one of the best. The first Toy Story was actually really mediocre. I know that now if I say this it might be controversial, but the first Toy Story is pretty mediocre. You could actually say it's bad. But the second, third and fourth Toy Story, especially the third one, is brilliant and takes things to other levels. They are emotional, they are rich, with great animations, with great graphics, with great voice acting, and the Toy Story sequels should not be missed. Number 5. SpiderMan 2, Tobey Maguire one. I said Tobey Maguire one because we have like 3 SpiderMan 2s. And my favorite sequel of all of these Spider-Man was number 2 with Tobey Maguire, which came out in 2004 or 5. I don't know if I'm getting that right or not. Anyways, the second movie that Tobey Maguire was a Spider-Man, the villain of that movie was Dr. Otto Octavius, which did the character justice because Dr. Octavius is one of the most charismatic and best villains of the Spider-Man comics. Alfred Molina did a wonderful job. It was so good that he came back for Spider-Man No Way Home after like 20 years or something. If you watch Spider-Man 2 right now, you might be surprised that it's not really that action-packed. It's like a good movie that you have superpowered people in it. Don't miss out on Spider-Man 2. Number 4. Top Gun. I recently uploaded my podcast about Top Gun Maverick, which was the sequel to Top Gun movie 1986. This Top Gun came out in 2022 and I talked a lot about that movie. Check that podcast out. I just want to say one thing about Top Gun Maverick. This movie is so goddamn good that makes a really bad movie, which is the prequel, look like an iconic movie, look like one of the best movies in the history. Number 3. Logan. If I'm not mistaken, we have 11 X-Men movies and I don't want to talk about any of them. When I say sequel, it's like a TV show which has one great episode, but Logan is really different for me. It's the last movie that Hugh Jackman played, the Wolverine, my favorite superhero, and it is such a wonderful movie. You cannot miss Wolverine. It is such a great goodbye to this character. It is by far the best movie of the whole franchise. It's brilliant. It's a piece of art.
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
Number 2. Batman. Again, like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, I have to say Christopher Nolan's Batman or Christian Bale's Batman. The first Nolan Batman came out in 2005 and it was titled Batman Begins. But the second movie, which came out in 2008 and added Joker, the late Heath Ledger played Joker, and that movie was and still is one of the best comic book movies of all time. It is just flawless. I don't think that we will have a better comic book movie this rich in character, this rich in story, and this rich in cinematography for a long time. Yeah, whatever I say about Dark Knight, it's just a waste of time. Watch it. And before we talk about number 1, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.
Get down.
Number 1, Terminator Judgment Day. My list has been pretty biased, I can give you that. I always say when you talk about movies and your favorite movies, it's about when and where have you watched that movie. For me, Terminator Judgment Day is the perfect sequel. I know I just talked about The Dark Knight, but Terminator Judgment Day is the perfect sequel. If you look at the first Terminator movie, you're gonna realize how many times the second one is better. The first movie is still a pretty good movie. It is something iconic. You could even say that the first movie and the second movie are in completely different genres. The first one is more of a horror movie, it's about survival, but the second movie is more about humanity, and we've watched the second movie with another perspective. And just take any movie in the history with two movies with sequel and prequel and see if they use their characters in two different genres and they excel in both genres. Terminator Judgment Day is by far the best sequel that was ever created, period. If I talk about Terminator, I'm not suggesting you to watch every sequel. Just watch Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 and that's it. Don't watch the rest, just not even for a single second. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening to my voice. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe for daily content. As always, thanks. Bye.